ski trips, gym memberships, fancy salads, a house within a reasonable distance of a major metropolis, childcare, school fees, cleaner, crisp suits and designer shoes. These are the perks of a well-paid professional career, and in today's video I've been thinking about how they're also the things that are killing innovation in legal services. In the business world, giant leaps forward are invariably made by entrepreneurs, those individuals willing to risk their own time and money in order to create something new and disruptive in the pursuit of profit. Such risk is an inherent part of innovation, and the popular thinking is that there is something within the psyche of members of the legal profession that makes them unwilling to take that risk. I think such arguments are pretty ridiculous and prejudicial treatment of a huge category of people based on no more than their career choice is bordering on discrimination. The simple fact is that the risk stakes for somebody already in a successful legal career are much higher than they are for the population in general. Here's why. Ask the people on the Clapham omnibus to define the minimum turnover of a successful enterprise, and I doubt you'll hear a figure below £1 million. I've tried this with friends and family, and the answer is normally in the tens or even hundreds of millions. Yet, according to the Office of National Statistics, the mean turnover of a UK business is a little over £500,000, resulting in a profit for its owners of just around £100,000. And there's the rub. There are loads of people in the population in general who would be very happy with 100 grand a year, and if they had a good idea and some entrepreneurial tendencies, might be willing to risk everything they've got in order to achieve it. If the average salary in the UK is around £27,000 and the average business is returning a profit for its owner of £100,000, then the risk of starting a business is compensated fourfold. But in commercial law firms, the numbers don't stack up quite so favourably. Salaries in city law firms are so high relative to the likely rewards of starting a business that it's very possible that someone could leave their job, start a business, do something innovative, make a really good go of it, and still be in a worse position than they were if they hadn't bothered. Legal startups need to be exponentially more successful than businesses in other sectors in order to be worthwhile for their founders. And the further you move away from the expected mean, the less likely that outcome becomes. So the problem with risk in entrepreneurial endeavours as far as lawyers are concerned is not that lawyers are risk averse per se in their personality, but rather the personal stakes are so much higher than they are for people in other industries. Individuals are making that mental calculation and deciding instinctively that the gamble just isn't worth it for them at this time. The opposite of this theory explains why so many successful businesses are built under the direction of immigrants. When somebody arrives in a new country with no money, no support network and no job, the balance of risk and reward when they run that calculation through their mind stacks up so favourably that there is nothing holding them back from giving it everything they've got. It is this comfortable, somewhat luxurious lifestyle that a city law career affords that puts the brakes on innovation, and not some mythical personality trait dished out by law schools on qualification. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Been Thinking. Please do like, comment and share if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to be kept up to date with new episodes, which I release almost every week.